Rocking them Ducos.
I love it.
Hot, dude. Let me get this one out there for all the ladies. That's a homegrown fling right there. You ever seen that one?
Nah, yeah.
You see the cheese?
What are you doing? Marketing yourself right now?
It's for my Tinder or Grinder.
Grinder,
yeah, Grinder, whatever the one that has dudes on it.
Fuck it. Nobody cares. You go both ways.
Fuck, dude.
What's going on?
What's up, Weller?
What's going on?
Sunday.
That's right, Kevin Frazier.
The fucking Raiders play today, and I don't even care.
Oh my god.
Fucking hate them right now, dude.
Do you hate them?
I hate them, dude. It's like the Cowboys. They just got real shitty coaching, man.
I don't know. It's been a long time fucking sucking, dude. So I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled.
What was it
about
like?
either.
2-3 years ago, we were 12-4. I mean, we're fucking good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Carr gets hurt, and it's been different ever since he got hurt, man.
Yeah, he's chicken.
I seen Trubisky running around on the Cowboys on Thursday night.
Oh, from the Bears?
Yeah, and I was like, well, why can't fucking Carr run around a little bit? He's still young, dude. He ain't all fucking Peyton Manning
Guy's
old.
fucking scared shitless, dude.
Yeah, fuck him, man.
Fuck it, Frage.
What's up, man? We had a fucking laugh track show last week. That was pretty cool. I thought it was going to flop on us, but
No.
a lot of people were happy about it.
Fuck, that's the shit I watch. The other ones are just sitting there talking about fucking politics and religion. I like kind of gloss over, but those are the ones I watch, dude.
Dude, that's why the one where I was telling the acid story about me and my sister, and you started fucking crying, dude.
But that one didn't show. Remember, it was all.
I know
fucked
it's a
up.
lost episode, dude, but
that
I still have it on the hard drive.
But it
so
was all.
yeah,
Yeah, it was fucked up.
it was all squirreled like.
Give you shout outs. Give your famous Kevin Frazier
All right,
shout outs.
This is our what's ups this week. What's up to Darnell? What's up to Casey Williams? What's up to all the Aprils, the Mays, and the Junes? Right? What's up to Julius Brown? What's up? Happy birthday, Wampuga. What's up, Vashawn? What's up to Matt McNew, Matt Nelson, Matt Siegelkoff, Matt Weaver? What's up to Whittemore? And what's up to my man Bull? What's up to Amy77? What's up to Jennifer F and Jennifer M? What's up to Dante? What's up to Darnell P? What's up to Michelle AC? What's up to my man Craig Skinner, Nate Dogg, Keith Cartwright, my brother Mike, Floodlit One, and our special guest shout out this week goes to a Galtonian. He works at Countertop. He's a countertop fabricator at ICAD. He's a Galt boy, still lives in Galt. Local artist, does a lot of work. You see it on Facebook. He's posted just did Fellas Mafaka's painting or sketch.
Oh yeah, that was a nice one.
I like it, man. Hopefully we'll get it up here someday. He's got a PhD at Hard Knocks University of California. He's down with Ozzy, James Nixon, Highly Suspect. And, of course, we're talking about Timothy Dickinson. What's up, man? Dickinson. What?
Hey, Kevin.
What?
Kevin.
David.
How was your week?
David Allen.
How was your week? Did you have a good week?
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I'm going stir crazy, bro, because I fucking work at home. Then when I'm off work, I'm at home. So, and here's the other thing. Every time I go out.
I told you.
Every time I fucking go out, dude, I spend money.
But I told you. I said you almost have to go out to work.
Yeah, you got to.
Because you're going to go stir crazy. And then when the weekend comes, it feels like a weekend.
Yeah.
Like if you're home all the time, it doesn't even feel like a weekend.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Just feels like a day you're not on your fucking laptop.
I was thinking about maybe what I'll do is like make one of the rooms into an office, and then I can act like I'm going to the office at least.
You can do whatever you want, but still, it's not the same, dude. You got to interact with people, dude.
Speaking of that, I just painted my master bath, just the bathroom part where you take the turds and the piss, right? I painted it red, and I got to do the black trim still.
What made you want to do that?
I like that. I want to do it like a Betty Page, SMM kind of shit. Dude.
Are you eventually going to go through the whole house?
But fucking no. But Weller walks in there and the first thing he said is it's evil.
It is evil, dude.
And I'm like, what are you talking, dude?
It is evil, dude.
How's it evil?
Because it looks like devil shit, dude. I don't like devil shit.
So if I put some devil shit up in there, it'd be evil, huh?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't come in here anymore.
See, I thought it's more like rat rod.
Is it?
Yeah, like rat rod shit.
I don't know. With the candles and shit, I don't know.
There are crucifixes on those candles. So I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah. Let's get into something, man. What do you want to get into? How about mayo or mustard, bud?
Mayo or mustard. Yeah, I watch that shit. Sometimes we fucking start just fucking wandering and talking about nothing, dude.
It's all right. Let's get on a good topic, dude.
Go ahead, make it deep.
How about we start out with some comedians? The progression of comedians, dude.
Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say about that, dude.
Well, like I was telling you, man, everybody that's in the know knows that Johnny Carson was the shit, dude.
Okay.
I mean, like he did it for so long, and he did it the same way for so long. He was so good that you didn't know if he was. Are you gonna start? You gonna start fucking?
I was just thinking, like, are you sitting on the couch and thinking of this shit, dude?
Dude, I'm talking to the dogs. I'm talking to the dogs when this is.
Because it sounds well thought out. You said everybody knows Johnny Carson, but go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, it's true, man. Like, who's Johnny Carson today?
He's dead.
Well, come on, dude.
Fucking damn it. Go ahead.
No more drugs before the show,
Okay.
dude. No more shot.
Go ahead.
No, you come with something, dude.
Choke on my own spit. Okay, no. Talk about Johnny Carson.
Dude, what I'm saying is, he was the shit. And then, like, I think, like, Letterman came along, so you had a little something different, but then you had Leno and shit like that, but... Well, come on,
I'm
man.
sorry. Go ahead, keep going. Don't go with me. Go with you. Go. You got this, dude. You don't remember Cheech and Chong? Don't you just love that?
I know, but
he was trying to be serious, dude. The fucking cops, man. Stop laughing. Okay. Oh, sorry. But go ahead.
No, but I'm saying we don't have that iconic guy. You want to go with Jimmy Fallon, you want to go with Jimmy Kimmel, you want to go with somebody like that. There's nobody that's the same as that.
Oh,
man.
As far as talk shows?
Yeah.
Talk shows. I think you're right.
Arsenio was a good take too. I mean,
yeah, kind of. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, David Letterman was the last one.
yeah, but Arsenio had like the best fucking art. I mean, he had fucking
yeah,
like,
good
hip
guess,
hop, R&B, all that kind of shit.
But no one did what Letterman did, or Johnny Carson did. I mean, before that, it was Ed Sullivan and stuff. But Johnny Carson was the last one.
I remember Merv Griffin too.
Yeah, before that, but I think David Letterman was the last great one.
I think so too, man.
I was bummed when he went off the air. I was like, "Fuck, man, I like David Letterman."
Well, he had the top 10, right? The top 10 thing.
But he was quick. He was quick with.
He was witty, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Joaquin Phoenix came on the show. Remember, he was all fucked up.
Good. What about with Drew Barrymore? Showed her tits to him.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But when Joaquin Phoenix was trying to be like a different person.
He's gonna be a rapper.
And David Letterman was sorry you couldn't make it. Sorry, Joaquin, you couldn't make it tonight. That's just quick shit, dude.
He's good, dude.
But go ahead.
But along with the changing of the guard with those talk show hosts and shit, comedy's changed, man. Because you go back to like I was watching Red from fucking Sanford and Son.
Red Fox,
yeah. Motherfucker was cut, dude. I mean, he was good. I mean, you talk about quick, smart, fucking under the table shit.
And another one is Don Knotts, dude. You watch Andy Griffith. I watch Andy Griffith. It sounds crazy, but Don Knotts, like, just watch him. He's just a fucking a genius, like a physical comedy.
Like Jack Tripper, dude.
Just genius. Like, you watch it and you like, it's still funny today. Like when Gomer's like, citizens arrest. Watch Andy Griffith today. Everybody makes fun of me because I watch Andy Griffith, but fucking to this day, it's still funny. It's still funny to me.
Well, that physical humor never goes out of style, man. Like Jim Carrey, he was a real good physical comedian.
But it seems like the greats are kind of like Archie Bunker. Just the way he it almost seemed like that's who he was.
Yeah,
like
they're that good
Barney
of an actor.
Fife. See, that's who it was. It just seems like that's who they were. It's I don't know. Do we have people like that today on shows? Do we have? There's not a lot of TV shows. Everything's streaming. Everything's like prank shows. Everything's.
Well, you know, I know another one's Jamie Foxx, dude. That motherfucker's super talented, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
mean,
amazing.
super talented. To see him sing a song or do something that he does now, like play piano and do some shit like that, and then to think that he was fucking Wanda on fucking.
Oh, amazing. In Living Color.
In Living Color,
they
yeah.
had Jim Carrey, fucking Jamie Foxx,
Wayans Brothers.
the Wayans Brothers. They had fucking Jim Carrey. They had Jennifer Lopez as a dancer. They had everybody on that fucking show, dude.
Dude, it was a good show.
And you can't do that show today. I don't think you could do that show today, where they were making fun of the retards and just like the was it chicks on film or men on film, and they were like transvestites or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that shit today, dude. That shit would not fly. No, I don't know. Maybe you could do it streaming on some fucking computer service or something, but I don't think you could have it on network TV anymore.
You would get blasted, dude. Media would get a hold of it. Once you got big, you would get blasted, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. The media and the PC shit has changed comedy, dude. Because when Bill Cosby came out, he's a little different, a little something different. He told stuff and just did it on a clean level.
Yeah. I mean, no, I watched the Cosby Show. I watched A Different World. I thought they were interesting shows. He wasn't raw. I don't think he was raw and uncut.
No, that's what I'm seeing. And then you came to Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock. You had, like, to me, this sweet spot of comedy, like in the late 70s, 80s. That we'll never get back to again, man.
Yeah, you have, but if you have to go deep into comedy to fucking find the comedians, like I like Andrew Schultz or Bill Burr, like you go watch them stand up. There's no PC at all. They say whatever the fuck they want. There is no control, and you can still go see it, but it's not going to be on like network TV anymore because all these networks are afraid of losing the sponsorships, dude.
Well, that's why, I don't know if you've seen Michael Che, dude, but he from SNL.
Yeah, I see him.
He's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He does some good shit. His gay stuff, the gay stuff he has about going to the gay neighborhoods and stuff, it's funny, dude.
I like them making fun of everybody. I like them making fun of white people, black people, Mexicans. I like when people make fun of everybody, and it's funny. Like they said, it's if it's funny, it translates.
Yeah, it crosses all the lines.
Yeah, but if it's not funny, it's just hateful speech. Yeah. So you got to make sure you got to make sure it's funny. You can't just say mean shit and appease like a fucking group of racist people, whether it's black or white or Mexican or whatever, but it has to be funny.
Well, that was like Dice Clay, right? Dice Clay was mean.
But I never cared for Dice Clay, dude.
But he had his stick. I like some of his stick, especially, he demeaned women is what he did. He's like demeaning.
I didn't know. I didn't like that comedy. Yeah. That wasn't funny to me. I don't know. I mean, Gallagher. Like, I know you're into Gallagher.
I know you're more Dane Cook. I know.
Dane Cook. There's a couple of fucking Dane Cooks that are funny. I don't mind him.
Dude, that's funny as fuck, dude.
Dane Cook?
Yeah, so who's your comedian then?
Now?
All time. Who's your go-to comedian? You can have a good show.
All time. That's a good question. You go first. I'm thinking.
No, I asked the question first. Give me time to think, dude.
All-time comedian. Shit.
Maybe throw a couple out there and then you can fucking narrow it down.
Okay, I'll throw a couple out there. I like Bernie Mac. I like Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah. So you're going with Kings of Comedy.
I like those. I listen to them. I still listen to their old shit. Who do I think is fucking
you like Fluffy or Paul or
Fluffy's fucking stupid.
Paul Rodriguez?
Fuck, dude. Let's see. Everybody says Dave Chappelle's the GOAT, but I think it's fucking interesting as fuck. I love watching it, but he doesn't make me laugh out loud like that. You know what I mean? Like laugh out loud. Yeah. Like Bill Burr makes me laugh out loud. I like Bill Burr. But even Schultz, I like Schultz, Andrew Schultz, but it's more of a thinking thing when he talks. It's more like
Dennis Miller.
I don't care for Dennis Miller. He tries to be above his audience. I think like he's placating to a certain audience, but like some of the stuff I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. To be honest,
that's because he's twisting it up. Like he's twisting it up.
Right, and then him going to the political realm was perfect for him because that's the comedy he was using. Like Bill Maher. You know what? He's good for he's great at what he does, but the jokes I just don't like. It doesn't connect with me. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like a joke telling wise. I mean, I could probably think of 3 or 4 Eddie Murphy jokes that he did, right?
Who? Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, because he talks to me. He talks on that kind of level. You know what I mean?
What about you?
Oh, no doubt. I like Robin Williams, man.
Robin Williams, do you?
Dude, Robin Williams had a
It's too much for me, dude.
Dude, well, especially when he was on coke, like back in those days.
Yeah, but that whole.
Yeah, but like, he would switch an accent, and he was just multi-talented, okay, well, you know. So I could watch Robin Williams, no problem, man. I love that dude. He's badass. Let me think of another guy. I like Red Fox. He was fucking good, dude. Mm-hmm. Richard Pryor, of course. I mean, fucking come on, you got the guy up there on the wall. Yeah, and fucking throw him down.
I like I listened to Charlie Murphy. You know, he's passed away. Yeah. Eddie Murphy's brother. But his stand-up wasn't that good. But his when he was talking about true Hollywood stories about partying with Rick James and shit. Yeah. That shit and Prince. That shit was fucking hilarious. That shit makes me laugh.
No, I like the storytelling part of shit too, and I think that makes a good comedian is that they're going to tell a good story, dude. Mm-hmm. You know, you can go and tell somebody else's story. Like when Eddie Murphy tells the story about the bear taking a shit in the woods with the rabbit. Mm-hmm. Those kind of jokes are all right, but I'd rather prefer the story joke.
Oh yeah. The stuff that played for its time frame. Like you can't play it now; wouldn't be funny now. Some stuff will be funny forever.
Yeah.
And you're right; those storytelling parts, I don't know.
Well, it's like you talk about gays, right? There's always going to be gays around. Or you talk about culture or ethnicity, right? Mm-hmm. Like, because black folks can get down on black folks even more so than anybody else. Same thing with Hispanic, like, you know, Fluffy or Rodriguez, those guys.
Fluffy, I don't... Fluffy's not funny to me, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
He's like G-rated. He's G-rated.
I guess. But I think Mexicans are funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I think they're hilarious. I just don't think there's enough comedians that come out. You know, I thought George Lopez was funny as fuck until he got so political. Like, when he first came out, he was funny as fuck. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And then he started, like, I don't know, transitioning to all politics. And then I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's all good and fine. But
what about females, dude?
Dude, there's not too many funny females, dude. There's not. Females are lacking like the funny bone, dude.
Well, what about Sarah Silverman or
they're okay.
Ellen.
But, I mean, and it's not no disrespect. It's just like I don't know. Men have a sense of humor that it's just translates through everybody. Women just don't have that.
What about that?
For the most part, they don't.
What about that blonde chick that's kind of thick? Amy something.
Schumer.
Schumer, yeah.
You know the physical comedy. I don't get Amy Schumer. I don't think she's funny at all on stand-up, and I try to listen to her. I'm trying to think of a chick that's funny and like what's the
Gilda Radner, dude?
What's the black chick that's really famous right now? That does a lot of movies. She does stand-up too. She's in fucking all the
Wanda Sykes.
No, the younger girl. She's in everything right now, but. I watch her stand-up, and she's not funny at all. Physical comedy, she's good. Just the stand-up, I just don't fucking get. I don't know if there's... I'm trying to think of a fucking female where I just sit there and fucking roll, and I can't think of any, dude.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's my preference, but I don't know. It just doesn't translate to me.
Well, let's throw down on comedians, dude. We broke the ice on that subject. Okay, you want to get into America, or you want to get into sex, dude?
Go ahead. Tell me about your sex life.
Okay, so let's talk about sex.
Go ahead. Tell me about your sex life. Everybody wants to know, dude. I know, but they want to know.
No.
This guy got the magic stick.
No, we brought up sex because I was having a conversation with one of my friends last night, three-way, you know. And I think sex when you're a single guy is based on opportunity. Like you had said about being married, right? Mm-hmm. Like a married guy would cheat if the opportunity was given to him or something like that, right?
For the most part, I think as and especially a lot of people who aren't fucking that happy in their relationship, I think it's like it'd be easy. Is opportunity, yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, and this is what me and three-way was both on par with is like now I'm 45, dude. I'm not really like fucking out to horn dog it up or start just fucking banging to bang, dude. Mm-hmm. There's got to be more involved in that.
You want to love them.
I want to love, dude. And you know what? That part of it is fucking being able to to know somebody's touch, to
The comfort.
the comfort. What else? What else is it called? There's a
Familiarity.
yeah, when you're familiar, and you can't get that shit out of a one night stand, dude.
I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know.
You know, I mean, even if you take it to 3 or 4 nights or whatever is going down, fucking, you can't touch it. Like, you've been with Sarah for like 14 years.
Maybe 15.
You guys know how to touch each other. You know how to hold. You know how to hug. You know how to hold hands. All that kind of shit, right? And that's the kind of stuff I miss right now, dude. Is that kind of stuff, man.
Oh, fuck! You're melting a lot of hearts right now. You are melting a lot of hearts right now, dude. People, there's some chicks out there right now saying like, "Here, I'm here, Kevin. I'm here for you.
Listen to me.
I'm here for you." They're like texting you. After they watch, they're gonna be like, "Fraser, I'm here for you. Whatever you need. I'm here as a friend." And they're gonna slide in to get that D train.
Okay, so yeah, let me ask you about that, dude. Is fucking now the thing is friends with benefits, right? Mm-hmm. You really can't have friends with benefits shit, right? There's got to be some kind of jealousy or something going on with that. You can't just fucking be friends and bang.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's always the one person in that fucking equation that can't fucking, that has more interest in that person than that person has interest in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why relationships that last so long are so hard, because you have to almost have that equal connection. Like, you have to have that equal want for that person. Like, I think once it gets out of balance, that's when somebody cheats.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't last that long for some reason, it just fucking dissolves, is because there isn't that equal connection. Like, you need that person. Okay, you have 2 people. I'm gonna break it down, dude. I'm gonna break this shit down right now, dude. I'm gonna break this shit down right now.
Come on. break it down, dude.
Let me break it down. All right, so you have 2 people, you have a relationship, right? And you don't necessarily need the same thing that other person needs. You need, like, say, if I need affection, she needs some sort of stability or whatever it is. It's a balance in the relationship where you need and they need from you. That's what makes a good lasting relationship. Yeah. When it becomes unbalanced, that's when it breaks down. That shit was fucking deep, dude. Well, hey, did you listen to that?
What I'm thinking, man,
Fraser.
Like, yeah, let's say you line it up. Like, you got sex, right? You got spirituality, right? You have finances. You have fucking recreation. You have music. You have all these things in the fucking chart of compatibility.
But they might not line up. But
no, it might be like 70-30, and then this one's 60-40.
Yeah, exactly. You know? That's what makes for a long-lasting relationship, is that you both are comfortable. You both are you need something from that person. You need something from somebody. You always do. Whether you say, "Oh, I don't need nothing from," yes, you do. You need that comfort, that fucking maybe somebody cooking for you is what you always want. Yeah. And then maybe that person wants somebody with stability. You know what I mean? It's like a balance. It has to be that way.
Or like, if you like cooking, right? Like, I don't really like it, but I don't mind doing it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we used to, it'd be like, "Oh, it's your turn to cook tonight." "Okay, it's your turn to cook tonight." We just switch it off, and that helps, because then...
Okay.
Because when you cook all the time, dude, like, now I'm cooking just for myself, right? Mm-hmm. Learning to do that shit. It fucking gets old, dude, where I just want to go out and eat or fucking...
Well, that's why we break it up. It's like, I won't cook that much, but I'll say, "Hey, Thursday night, let's go out to have dinner." Then you don't have to cook. You get a little break, and then we get some family time where we can sit there and nobody's rushing to do anything.
Yeah, so where do you think sex is, man, on the fucking list?
Sex it's up top 3.
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
Yeah.
Because, especially for a guy, because that's all a guy thinks about for the most part, up to a certain... I mean, when you're in a long-term relationship, sometimes it's like, you don't need it like you did when you were 20s, but it's still important to you. I mean, I think that's why a big reason why people cheat or fucking get divorced, because of sex or finances, or relationship, whatever, children and stuff. But that's a top 3 fucking important thing in a relationship, and you have to have a sexual connection. You know what I mean?
I think that's really big. You have to want that person sexually, or want their touch, or you got to have that, dude.
You got to have it, dude. You got to feel needed. Like that person wants to feel like when a woman wants to feel sexy, like you have to make her feel like that, right?
Yeah.
And regardless, we get older, we get bigger, whatever, but it doesn't matter. I see sometimes they look at their wives and they might be huge, or whatever it is, and it's still, they're sexy to them. Like, man, I still love you. You still look good to me. Like, I don't know. That's important. That's why you got those long-lasting relationships.
Yeah, man. And then I had another friend of mine tell me that she didn't think that things were meant to be long. Like, maybe you're supposed to be together for like a year or 2 years, and you learn what you can from that person, then you move on to the next one, and you learn what you can from the next person, right?
But I think everybody's different. That might be for something. That might have been for her. And what happens is when people say that, they justify their lives around what's happening. So that's happening to her, so she's justifying it by saying that's how people should be, when that's how she should be. That's not how I fucking function, or that might be different from you, how you function. Everybody functions differently, so you can't say, I think people are meant to, and you can't say that, because everybody's different.
Well, I've had some relationships that last a few months, some that last about a year, and then I've had one that lasted 10 years and one that's lasted 15 years, So I've had all the spectrums. I think it goes back to, like you said, like, do I want to make this work?
It's tough, dude. It's tough. I think it's even tougher now than it was back then. It was almost anomaly or something to get divorced. It wasn't. It was like, ooh, they got a divorce, and then it becomes more normal, where it's just normalized now. Where I think it's what, 50-50.
Yeah.
50% chance you're gonna make it.
Well, I see some shit though that the millennials have got it down. One of the reasons is because the average age of a millennial gets married now is 28 to 30, right? That's
a good thing.
That's where they're doing way better than we did, because our average age was like 20.
Because you change in your 20s. When you're 18, 20, you're fucking, especially men don't evolve till they don't get their brain till about 27, dude. And fucking, so you're just constantly changing, and it's hard to change with that person if you're with them. But so if you meet when you're 29, 30, you kind of are who you are for the most part. I mean, you're going to evolve a little bit, but then you know who you're with. I mean, people grow apart all the fucking time. How many people do we know? Most of the people I know have been divorced or separated at one point, and somebody new. Most people that I know. There's not a whole lot of people that I know that have been with the same woman this whole time that I've known them.
Well, when I was talking to her about that stuff, I said, look, the only people I know like that really are my parents that have been, and my neighbor across the street. They've been together 60 years, dude. Mm-hmm. 60 years. And they met each other in high school, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're happy.
Fuck yeah, man. But I mean,
that's a blessing. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, I feel blessed.
I don't know, man, because I seen it with my mom and dad. They don't really like each other anymore, and they're still married and stuff. But they're just married because they're married.
Right. At this point in their age, because they're in their 60s, right?
It's not like my mom wakes up and can't wait to see my dad.
That's tough too, because you're with the same person for that long. You know everything about him.
Well, the progression happens, and I've had it because the kids have moved out, right? Mm-hmm. Once you got no kids and it's just you and her, you got a new relationship that needs to form, right?
Yeah, true.
Because your life isn't centered on going to games or going to practice or school events.
And that usually happens when you're in your 40s. That's usually about the time this stuff happens. And what I've noticed too is I was like, okay, everybody was talking about midlife crisis, right? Everybody going through a midlife crisis. And I don't know if it's a midlife crisis. I think when people get to a certain point, they realize what life's all about. And they're like, fuck it, I'm going to get a new car. Or, when you get an older guy who gets a fucking red Corvette or whatever it is. So, but I think what it is like, oh, that's what it's about. You're like, fuck, I wish I would have known this back then. But now you know, so you're like trying to live that life that you knew that you should have been living, at this age, where you're like, fuck it, this shit's not important anymore. Like, all this other little bullshit's not important. It's about me fucking being happy. And I think that translates into fucking relationships where they're like, and they start overthinking, am I really happy with this person? Am I wasting time where I can be enjoying myself? And that's where the fucking conflict comes in. Instead of people thinking, fuck, I got it good right now. I got it pretty good. Like, okay, so you split up or divorce or whatever at our age. Then you go out and you have sex, right? Because I think that's a big part of it too. And then you realize, fuck, I was comfortable with that other person. But now it's too late. Now I kind of fucked up that relationship. So what do I do now?
Yeah.
You know, and then it's a spiral, dude. It's a fucking spiral for the rest of your life when you could just realize, fuck, I got the right person.
Or here's what it is, man. You can go out and look for sex. I mean, you can go. That's what a lot of people do. Go to the bar, fucking go to a party, go to a club, whatever. Get some sex, right? You can't go out and find love. You can't go out and just look for love, you know?
No, that shit. I think that shit's built. Everybody says love at first sight, but I think over time that shit's built.
No, I think that I believe that too. Like love at first sight. Like when you first see somebody, if that attraction's there,
that's infatuation.
No, that physical attraction, right?
Yeah.
And then the next thing is like when you touch or you kiss or something like that. That tells you, you know, hey, that felt good. That's awesome. I want more. Or
sure.
Hey, I don't know. I think I can do without.
But
that.
I think there's other things that it's like small little things where you're like, oh shit, like maybe it's her being kind to your parent, or maybe them coming over and doing some dishes or cooking a meal that's like, oh, that's good. It's all the little things, and then you go through fucking conflict with each other, whether it's, you know, deaths or having children, whatever, and you build up this rapport. And then that love feels stronger and stronger and stronger. Pretty soon you know everything about their family, know everything about your family. You guys are almost like a team. You guys are fucking bitching about your family, bitching about their family, and pretty soon you guys are together trying to fucking fight the world. You know what I mean? That's where you start building a relationship.
It should be a partnership like that. And I think the main thing or the strain that comes, like you said, when you start having situations that it's 70% me, 30% her. Mm-hmm. Or 70% her, 30% me, you know, that's where you have that fucking imbalance.
And what do they may want you to care more about them, but they're not doing anything to fucking make you want to care about them. They just want you to care more about them. But it has to go both ways. Like, I have to be important too. Like, I'm a human being. So you have to put me as way up there on the scale and, like, be concerned about me, or maybe my fucking back hurts or my leg hurts and you're going to rub on it, and then maybe I'm going to do something for you. It's a trade-off. It's constant trade-off all the time, dude. Yeah. You can't be one way. That old school mentality of a woman stays at home and cooks and cleans, and you're out there earning a living, and then, you know, you don't even communicate, but you just stay together because that's what you're supposed to do because you're Catholic or you're Christian, and those days are gone, dude. People have evolved from that, where it's like, no, maybe that's not... Life is so short, you're like, I just want to be happy during this small period of time, dude. Why waste it?
That's what I was talking to my boy about now. Is I'm 45, so I basically lived half my life, right? Mm-hmm. And it's probably the good half of my life because you're young. The first part of your life, you're young, right? Mm-hmm. The last part of your life, you're fucking old, shitting on yourself, stuff like that, right?
The end part, yeah. You hear a lot more like, fuck, I'm just ready to die.
I probably got a good 20, 25 years left in me. Because I see my dad and some other guys in pool that are 70 years old, and they're still having a good time. It's at 70, you know? So I figure I got a good 20, 25 years left.
Dude, yeah, at least, dude. And right now, you're prime USDA fucking meat, dude.
I'll
you
tell
are prime fucking meat right here. I'm like fucking. I'm a little irritated right now that I'm a man.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't, dude, fuck.
Oh, we would have fucked already, brother. I would have fucked you just for your laugh.
So.
Dude, I'll tell you what though, man. It's come to where I'm going, or my plan in life is like I'm becoming more spiritual, man. I mean, fucking.
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
Legit, dude. I didn't.
No, you're right. This is what I've been arguing for the last fucking several months now, especially with my family. Is like, I don't know. To me, there's, and we could go. I don't want to go on it so much, but there's God and there's religion, and it's like God to me is spirituality. It's compassion and empathy and forgiveness and understanding. It's like I'm at that place in my life where I'm like, to me, this is me. I get it. I'm like, I fucking get it. I finally fucking get it. Like, my family would be hard on me. Oh, you cuss too much, and you say, and you know, you do this, and it's like, okay, whatever, dude. But I'm not a hypocrite as far as I try to be a good person. I'm good with my kids. I'm good with my wife. Like, I'm spiritually, I'm happy. I'm so fucking happy. And you know, my dad's telling me, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, why are you trying to convince me that I'm not? Like, what am I doing to hurt anybody? Like, spiritually, I feel good right now.
And dude, I think that spiritual, I mean, this is kind of the way I want to lay it down or have it happen is hook up spiritually, you know, like soul to soul kind of stuff before the sex and the fucking and all that. because then you're gonna know somebody better, soul to soul wise, or spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You know what? And I've started to think about it, because in my head you're thinking, oh no, first you have sex and then you figure it out. But that's not true. I remember me and Sarah's like first real conversation. It's funny because you were telling me about Burke and fucking Pruitt. But our first conversation was about her grandmother passing away and my mother passing away, because it was recent. It was like within that year, and we talked about it for hours, dude. And I felt comfortable. I think that's when I knew. I'm like, oh, I feel comfortable conversating. Like, we're not, like, it's not silly. It's not, we're not making fun of each other. Whatever. We're just seriously talking, and it's really genuine and heartfelt. I think that was a spiritual conversation that led into everything else. But like, what's funny is that right now at our age, I think like we're so fucking, like, I'm so confident in my spirituality. Like, I'm feeling good. Is that I'm okay with you doing your thing. I'm okay with this guy doing this thing. I'm okay with, like, I'm okay with everybody just believing whatever they want. I just don't understand when people are so upset that you're happy with yourself and where you're at. They're like, no, you're wrong.
Because spiritually, those people are still in the process of trying to convert you. They're not okay with themselves just being okay, like, I tried, and that was it. You know what I mean? I'm done. Because I'm not going to try to convert anybody into anything now. I'm just like, fucking like you. All right, cool. You're a JW, cool. You're a Mormon, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, good for you. If that works for you, good for you. Like, that's not my job. You know, my job is to figure out me, try to figure out my children. Like, that's my job, but that's too much energy. I can't spend that much energy in fucking fucking spirituality.
See, I had this talk with Michelle, my ex, about shit, and I said, she's like, are you seeing anybody, this and that kind of stuff? I said, no, but she's like, well, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm going to wait, because my first marriage, when he made me divorced, I started banging chicks before I was divorced, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm committing adultery, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it is, if you think about it.
Right.
Same thing with Michelle last time we divorced. I started banging chicks and stuff before we were divorced. Mm-hmm. So this time, I think I'm just going to fucking take a break and fucking wait till I'm divorced to start fucking banging and see how that goes, dude.
Oh, you just put a challenge out to a lot of fucking females.
You see how that's working?
Yeah! He said, I could just love you. And you just fucking, I can see you just singing a song or telling them a poem for like 3 hours, and they would probably have an orgasm over just
tantric,
just your words.
That tantric
just
sex.
Not even touching them, just like this, just your hands hover,
hands above it, yeah,
just hovering. Did you see that on Real Sex?
Yeah,
where they're just hovering above it and they're having an orgasm on it.
It's energy, dude. You got energy there.
I believe in energy. I believe like sometimes when you feel it, like you're so into it, like you can touch them and they'll be into it like that much, like it just affects you.
It's energy, man. That's your soul.
Damn.
That's your chakras hitting on all the fucking all fucking points, dude.
I may let you give me a massage,
dude, without touching. Without touching. Well,
you just got your hand above my cock and you're just fucking hovering, and then all of a sudden it just rises.
Yeah.
Ooh, like a fucking Indian and a snake. You're like, ooh.
Dude, I can feel it going between my hands right now, dude.
It's just bouncing up and down, and it never touches you. It just fucking goes back and forth.
Yeah,
dude.
Just like this.
It goes out.
Na, 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 na.
That would be badass, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, dude. You've got it. You've got it, dude. I see it around you right now. I
got an aura. Is my aura glowing?
What is it? The Kama Sutra. Didn't you say you had sex one time for 5 hours without penetration?
Several times, dude. What are you talking about, man?
Oh, people right now are just like, what? Give it
Sting,
to me.
Dude. Come on, Sting invented that shit, dude.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, Kama Sutra's way before Sting.
No, the tantric sex shit. I mean, Sting's the one that fucking blew it up.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking it. I mean, I don't know if I got 5 hours in me anymore, dude. I don't know. I do 50 setups in the morning and I'm fucking done.
I think you still got some rock with your push-ups.
Well, let's close out sex, dude. All right, how about let's do some holiday shopping. How about holiday shopping? Because this came up this week.
Holiday shopping. Holiday shopping. The shopping that makes holidays famous.
Blue light special. I don't mind blue light special.
Fucking holiday shopping. I don't know. I don't mind getting out and about. We went to me and my boy went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and we looked over, and it was like what's it called?
Dick's is the place where the cool hang out.
What is it? Bed? No, it's not Bed Bath and Beyond, but it's Bath and Body Works or something like
Yeah.
that. There was a line, fucking forever for the store, waiting to store open. We went to Dick's for a while. We came out, and they were there an hour before. I don't know if I could do that.
No, I'm not down like that.
I will buy some stuff on, like, I'm barely starting to use Amazon. Like, I've used it a couple times. I kind of learning how to use it.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I'm barely, and I still kind of fucking iffy about some of this shit. But, I mean, you could order some shit that you probably have to keep looking for on all different stores. You can find it right away. I think I might do a couple of those Christmas presents like that.
Perfect example, when I got the underwear for you, right? Mm-hmm. I fucking just put your address in, boom. It goes from there, shows up at your house.
No, it's easy, of course, yes, it's easy, but I don't know. It's something about, like, physically looking at something, picking it up, and be like, nah, I don't want that.
The only thing I've had some issues with is shoes. Usually you got the size and shit, right? But you don't know how they feel unless they're on your feet.
True. Very true.
You know?
Very, very good point right there, Kevin.
But I'm down with fucking Amazon, man. Fucking everything I'd buy is Amazon.
Well, I think that's part of the problem, though, too. It's like everybody's in their house. They're working from home. They're ordering shit from home. It's like there's no fucking interaction. There's no... But I wouldn't say that, because you go out there and there's a fucking ton of fucking people out there still.
Fuck, dude. That's what I'm saying. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, dude. That's my fucking favorite store.
I love Hobby Lobby, too.
I keep looking for a model, because I want to get like a Escalade. I want to get an Escalade model. You know, the old school models we used to put together and build and shit.
Oh, okay.
With the paint and the fucking glue and
You
all
gotta
that.
go to fucking Denials. They have a bunch of places where they have set up where you can buy models.
See, I think those are cool, man. Especially like your boy's age, dude. Fucking, that's the funnest shit right there, dude.
My dad still does models.
Yeah. You get some up in here. Maybe some nutcrackers or something like that, dude.
We should all do a model, huh?
You want to do a model?
Yeah. I'm going to get a model. You're right. I'm going to do a model.
Well, I've been looking for DG. I've been looking for an Impala for him because I know he'd dig that if I found a fucking Impala.
Oh, yeah.
It's just tough, man. They're hit or miss. Hobby Lobby is awesome, dude.
I like Hobby Lobby. It's kind of pricey, though.
Well, yesterday everything was 50% off for home goods.
It?
Yep.
What?
Buy two, get one free, basically, dude.
Motherfucker, say what?
Yeah, dude. Plus, it's like 95% women in there.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you don't need to be looking for no women, dude.
Dude, I ain't even looking. I'm just trying to do my business. Trying to do my business, dude. But close out holiday shopping. Hope everybody has a good time out there. Oh, man. I guess this one's going to take us to the end, Weller, unless we go with what does America mean to you? Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em, stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em, stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em. Gonna rock this beat with the fast rhythm.
Okay, what is America? What is America? America is an idea. This is America. America is an idea of having a better life, coming from wherever you can come from and having a better life than you had before.
Well,
that is my... And you can't argue with somebody's definition of what America is. That's my idea. It's coming here, whether you're born here, whether you're coming from another country, and having a better life. It's an opportunity for a better fucking life. That's what America is. The idea is for me.
And I almost think that if you are a Native American, you're at a disadvantage in some things. Because when you do migrate from other places, there are other programs, loans, stuff like that that are available to you that aren't available to natives. One such thing that I know of is the fucking liquor stores, right? The Dry Creek right here in Galt, right? Mm-hmm. It's been owned by the same family for about 40 years now.
A long time.
But what happens is they change ownership about every 5 years. And a new son or a nephew or somebody takes over on the store because they have shit that's available to them for that 5-year period that isn't available to a fucking Native American.
Okay, I think that's where we kind of start losing and we start getting into the conflict of this whole thing is like, okay, first there's programs, and this all blends together. We're talking about social programs.
Yeah,
There's
social programs is America.
And what happens is people say, well, though they help them, they don't help me. And it's like, okay, this place of America is a place for a better life. Like, whatever that means to you, it means a lot of things, different things to different people, right? It's not much. Whatever it is. But we need to worry about what makes us happy and not what makes somebody else happy, or what opportunity that person gets but that you don't fucking get. Let's just worry, concerned about yourself. Like, there is social programs. It's funny because there's so many fucking hypocrites out there that, okay, growing up, I would say 90% of people I know, friends with, related to, a social program has helped them along the way.
Absolutely.
Maybe more than 90%. Because I don't know a lot of wealthy people, generational wealth. I don't know a lot of people.
Almost anybody that has a kid young, whether you're 16, 18, even 20 years old, if you have a young kid and you're a kid and you have a baby, I would say you're on WIC. Almost 100%. Everybody gets WIC because you get free food, you get free formula, you get free diaper.
What happens is a person eventually will create their own. It's not even wealth. It's just a passage of life, a way of life, like a job, and they have their own thing where they don't need this assistance, and they break shit on everybody who's fucking got assistance. You know, I read people's posts sometimes, and I'm like, motherfucker, that fucking program helped you out for so fucking long when you were little, your parents, and you could despise it. You could say, well, you know, I wish they weren't on it, whatever. That's fine, but you can't shit on some people. I know family members who have been left and they have no job, females, and then so to get them going is like government assistance, or maybe they want to go work, so they'll get some sort of social program for daycare, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with fucking helping people out. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. That's our goal in life, is to help as many people as we can. That's why I understand this the wealth separation and the disconnect between wealthy and the poor. It's because you're supposed to help. That's your life. Your life is to see how many people you can touch, either spiritually, financially, whatever. I just don't get it when people hate on other people. And I understand there's people who milk the system 100%.
Well, I'll give you a really good example. I watched Tent Nation or Tent City, something like that, on Netflix, and it deals with the homeless in Hawaii, right? And you have people that hold down 40-hour-a-week jobs in Hawaii, right? Mm-hmm. But they're living in their car. They're living out in this little patch of forest.
Because they can't afford it?
That's what it is, dude. I mean, the one chick worked at like a dental office. She makes like I think it was $2,800 a month or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. She's still on social programs and stuff because if she went and made $3,000 a month, an extra $200, they cut off all her services, her free food, her the medical, all the stuff she gets. But the dude from the Giants, he's the owner of the Giants. He came up with a plausible way to put permanent structures, permanent housing for homeless families, right? Mm-hmm. If you watch that program, it's fucking awesome because he hits on it. He's like, us billionaires, the people who have, need to start kicking in and making this shit happen. And even though they're homeless permanent shelters or whatever, they still have to pay rent like $12 a month or whatever it is.
It's almost like affordable housing. It's income based.
It is income based, but they have rules and stuff like that. And there's a lot of, and you'll see if you watch that program, there's a lot of homeless people that don't give a fuck.
They're crazy. I would say more than 50% are fucking have mental issues.
Oh yeah, no. The dude that runs the little camp there,
probably like 80%.
He runs the camp, and they talk about the ages. They talk about the kids. They talk about the drug usage. The crazy stuff. And
well, they did away, and somebody was telling me this. I forget who it was. It's like they did away with a lot of mental health programs. They did away with a lot of fucking social services, stuff that helped people get back on their feet or figure out how to deal with this. They've eliminated a lot of this in these fucking, like, oh, we don't need this no more. Dude, okay, you really want to make America great is make every person the best person they can. Give people opportunities that don't normally have opportunities, and the people that have those opportunities are wealthy need to be fucking helping people more. Like, I don't understand this collection of wealth and this collection of happiness for you. Like, if you're happy, Dude, and I was telling Sarah about this too, about you especially, and I was like, you know, you listen to Fraser talk, and you can say he's a trumpeter or whatever. I said, but whatever the case is, it's like, I wouldn't say hypocrisy. The guy lives like a good-hearted life. Like, he sees somebody in need of help. Fraser's going to help somebody. Like, we can pretend we're conservative or liberal or whatever it is, but in real life is all that matters. It's how you really live. And like I was telling Sarah, I was like, Fraser will help out anybody that fucking needs help. That's just how he is. I mean, that's why he's taken his brother and his sister. He's raised other kids that weren't biologically his. He raised his own kids. I'm like, whatever, because we a lot of times we'll listen to people talking, we're like, oh, fuck that, he's an asshole. But watch how people live, not what they talk about. Watch how they live. That's what's with this no politics thing. It's like, oh, he's a libtard or he's conservative. It's like, most of the people who say they're conservative aren't conservative. They, at some point in their life, or they use some social program, they're using an Obama phone, whatever, they're a hypocrite most of the time. It's not what people say, it's how they live. And I think for the most part, our goal in our life, for me, this is my opinion, is to see how many people we could touch spiritually, financially, whatever it is. How many lives can we change? You know, like the greatest man that I know, greatest man that I know is the owner of the company that I work for. He is not real wealthy. He's just always been, if he's getting it, everybody else is getting it. Like, he's never been greedy like that. And he's taken care of a lot of families for a lot of years. And that makes a great man. Is how many people have you affected? I remember I talked to him one time, and I was like, he was so far in debt. I'm like, why don't you just file bankruptcy? That's what businesses do.
Yeah.
And he goes, because when I die, he goes, I'll figure out how to pay everybody. That means if I file for bankruptcy, that means some people aren't going to get paid that I know, people that I have relationships with. I'm going to pay them no matter, because when I die, people will say, that was an honest man. That fucking man did what he didn't fuck me out of any money. He was always, you know, he took care of me. He goes, I want my legacy to be, I was a good fucking person. Like, that's bigger than life. And this is a business owner. And I can, like, yes, you're right.
Well, here's a big part of that, America, too, man. And this is the biggest problem. I don't care what social program you have, whether it's climate change, homeless, drug usage, AIDS, whatever it is, funneling the money to where it needs to get effect,
that's the tough part,
where it really helps people, right?
You're right.
Because the guy on the island that's running this little piece of property that's state owned, right? They say like Hawaii had $3 billion. $3 billion last year went to a homeless problem, right?
Could you say it again, please?
Fucking serious talking about Hawaii.
It's the only person you talk to anymore.
But they asked him, how much money did you get from that $3 billion, right? He's like, none. There's no social funding here. They're all self-sufficient.
No, yeah. I mean, and they're so convoluted with
the money gets tied up in bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy is the good word. It's like there's no like individual, like, okay,
that's
individual
America.
Case by case. It's fucked because people do find ways to fucking milk this fucking thing out, and then that fucks the people that really are out there trying to get a hand up, you know, like a leg up to help out, and it creates a lot of negative thinking, a lot of negative media attention is the people that are taking advantage of it. It's like, see, I told you, these guys are milking off the fucking system. Well, it's actually helping a lot of other people too. I think there has to be, well, we talk about it, there's no balance in this fucking world anymore.
But here's what happens. Like, say you took that $3 billion and you just individually gave it out to each homeless person, right? I would say probably 8 out of 10 of those homeless people are going to use that money to get into a place so that they can start working a job and do something.
Or
right?
not even give that money out to them, like provide a service. Like, okay, I'm going to get you an apartment. I'm going to pay a year's worth of rent.
There you go. There's
I'm going to
another way to
furnish
do
it.
Yeah.
Okay, that gives you some more self-esteem, some confidence to be like, okay, I got a residence now. And now I can find a place. Okay, and then plus I'm gonna buy you a used car to get you back and forth work, and I'm gonna pay your registration, everything. Like, people are like, well, you just pay for them. Okay, just give them an opportunity. We're talking about people with millions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I always say, like, if I won the lottery, I'd be like, first thing I'd be like, okay, that person needs help. That person needs help. That person needs help. They've been working hard for themselves. It's like, okay, it's like my cousins. Like I always say, if I win the lottery, my cousin Marcus, like, he's just a worker. He works his ass off. He's like me. He works construction. Like, I would fucking buy them a nice house or something. So people that are trying, I would try to individually help them, not say, okay, here's my family, you guys got $5 million to split. No, I'm specifically helping certain people.
Well, I think when you earmark that money and you get it to where the problem is, you're making a change. But the way we're doing shit now in America, we're not making a change. Shit is progressively getting worse. I heard there's 60,000 people in Los Angeles that are homeless. 60,000.
I believe you. But it's like, I wouldn't take that money and let's say for some reason there's a guy that I know at work who's just trying to make it with their kids in Liebig, and just because they fall on the same plane, I would help them out. I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, Liebig's fine. He's fine. He don't need this. Yeah. Even though he theoretically could get this money, I'd be like, no, he's fine. Let's not and it's not any disrespect, but like I wouldn't give $1 million to Kurt and not help out these homeless families. Like, Kurt's going to be fine. You know what I mean? Well, like, certain people are going to be fine. It's nice to help out your friends, but certain people are going to be okay. They're okay. They're doing good.
I've heard this before, like when this happened when Steve Young got hurt for the Niners, right? Mm-hmm. There was an article in the paper about him pulling disability check that was like, I don't know, $2,800 a month or something, right? Mm-hmm. Well, even though he's an athlete, he was doing a job. He got hurt at work.
Oh, because he qualified for it.
Yeah, because he qualified for it.
But he didn't really need it.
He didn't need it, but he qualified for it, right?
Right.
And people talking shit about it, and I'm like, well, fucking guy's just doing what everybody else does.
Cinderella Man. Remember Cinderella Man?
I don't think I've seen it.
You never seen Cinderella Man? It was a boxer, and it's a true story. So during the Depression, there was nothing he could do but take that fucking... And he was so proud but he had to take that money. So what he did was, during that time, he was trying to create some sort of... he was boxing, he was fighting, and pretty soon, eventually, he started making money fighting. So all that money he got from government assistance, he went back in there, and he paid all that money back. Because he started making a lot of money boxing, right? And you don't necessarily have to... That's what you have to do, is you got to pay it back. But you got to pay it forward. I think you have to pay it forward. Yeah. Once you get in a position where you're starting to do better... Fucking help somebody else out. Whatever that means. That means, like, be kind to them. Give them a job. Give them an opportunity. Maybe they need groceries that much. Help them pay for their groceries. Whatever it is. I think America is a place where we can have a better life. Whatever that means. And I think what we have to do is stop being so divided. Like, first of all, who fucking cares if you're Democrat or Republican? Like, people are so, like, literally, this will divide families. Like, it's been, and I'm not going to blame it all on fucking Trump or Trumpeteers. I'm not going to blame it on them. But we used to be able to have conversations at the dinner table about politics, and it was okay. Now we cannot have those conversations because it's going to be divisive and somebody's leaving. Like, it's so divided right now, and I think America is going the wrong way when it comes to that. And this is what happens. The conservatives blame it on the liberals, and the liberals blame it on the conservatives.
Here's the root cause, though, man, is people don't know how to lose anymore. They don't. There's no more losers. We're building a society where we don't have wins and losses.
People don't know how to care anymore, and this is where I have problem with the evangelicals parts. Well, we could go on here. Worry about the time. So this is where it bothers me is that evangelicals will be so adamant, and what they say is conservative. We're conservative. No abortions. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. You can have your belief system. The problem is now that they have separated religion and God, because God is compassionate, understanding, patient, welcoming. Like, they don't even have that anymore. All it is laws and bylaws, and this is what you are, and if you're illegal, stay over there. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not what you're supposed to be believing in. You're fucking a hypocrite. That's what irritates me about that. Well, it's like you're a hypocrite to what you're supposed to be believing. You believe in Jesus. Jesus walked the earth. Jesus said, don't throw a stone at people until you start looking at yourself. And everybody's throwing stones right now, dude.
Well, that's the thing, man. They're not using fucking love to win the battle. They're using judgment. They're not saying the good things that you're doing in your life. They're pointing out the bad things they think you're doing.
Yes, right? Yes, exactly. You're right.
You're going to win more people over with kisses and punches.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I'll tell you what I think America is too, man. Is an opportunity. That's what America is. You have the opportunity. That doesn't mean it's granted to you. That doesn't mean it's given to you. Mm-hmm. Look at how many fucking millionaires there are that will fucking have no high school degree. They dropped out of high school and they became fucking millionaires.
Yeah.
They learned, they got a niche, or they came up with something.
A lot of high tech people.
Yeah, but even going backwards, where a guy fucking came up with the idea of zip ties, or fucking something quirky like that changed their life.
Yep.
Only in America, man.
Only in America.
That's right. I live in America.
Yeah. Ooh.
Born in the USA. What we got, man? We want to close that one out, or
what do you got, homeboy?
I think the only thing we got left is collectors.
Collecting. Oh, we have a friend that collects nutcrackers.
Yeah.
And Fraser collects Star Wars figurines.
I collect baseball cards.
Baseball cards. Yeah.
I got the whole Pulp Fiction collection.
And pretty soon, Fraser's going to be collecting hearts.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have very much on that topic other than fucking. You don't have any collections, man.
I don't have no collections. I don't know. I was thinking about what do I collect? I don't collect nothing. I collect dreams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never been into collecting shit, really. I mean, I've collected baseball cards or football cards when I was a kid, but now I don't collect shit.
You don't got your cards still?
No, I fucking gave it away for a fucking stereo or some shit like years ago. I realized that, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I'm going to collect these. And my cousin gave me some football cards, and I'm like, I really collected them. Like, I saved up my couple dollars, and I fucking went to the store and bought some baseball cards.
Yeah, I remember it.
Put them in my shoebox, And then years later, a friend of ours was all of a sudden decided, you know what? And we were like high school or something. He's like, I'm going to collect baseball cards. So his dad went and bought him fucking $20,000 in the fucking baseball cards.
McNeil?
Set up a whole room. I'm like... So that's all you got to do? Like, I was like, well, I'm not going to collect these. I'll fucking trade them off. Like, that kind of took my whole energy from collecting away. It's like, I don't know. But because you could just go, wealthy people can get to where they're like 50, 60 years old, and everything you collect will just go buy it. Like, I don't know. It's kind of taken away from
and that's where the sweet spot is in collecting is like, I can let this card go. It doesn't really mean nothing to me. But to this guy, it's $500. Okay. Mm-hmm. Boom. You know what I mean? Like that whole collection of the Lodi Dodgers I got over there, right? Mm-hmm. The whole collection is worth like $30. But for me, it's big time, man, because fucking I remember going to the Lodi Dodger games when we were little and shit, dude. And a hot dog looked like a fucking 2-footer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Fuck, you ever notice that too when you go to some place that you did when you were little? Like my grandpa's house? I go to my grandpa's house, it seems so fucking small now.
Those things seem better. Taco Bell. Remember eating a taco from Taco Bell? It seems so fucking good. Now they're kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they changed the recipe, but I don't know. Things always seem bigger and better when you were a kid. Like, go to McDonald's, you're like, oh, shit, McDonald's. Like, fuck yeah. Because in golf, they didn't have no fucking McDonald's. You had to go to Lodi. Yep. So, when you got McDonald's or Taco Bell, it was so fucking good. Now, like, somebody could offer me McDonald's and be like, nah, I'm good. It gives me a stomachache.
Yeah.
And my kids were the same way too, but they're spoiled. They were like, no, I don't want McDonald's. I want fucking Labu. Some fucking bougie bullshit. I want Avion water. I don't want fucking Alhambra.
Dude, when we lived in LA, there was this fucking Hawaiian joint on the... It was like an old Long John Silver's. They turned into this Hawaiian burger place. Mm-hmm. And dude, like every time my stepdad would get fucking paid, we'd go eat that shit like on a Friday night or something, dude. And I mean, God, I'd still kill for one of those fucking burgers, dude.
I would suck a dick for a Pee-wee right now. Like, what happened to when's Pizza Palace coming back, dude?
Dude, they just had a fucking thing last weekend where they made Pee-wees and they were out having a little function over off of Basso Road.
Dude, you ever see that? Buy a Pee-wee for me, dude. I will give you fucking 10 times what you paid for the fucking Pee-wee, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude, it's going to go down.
And the blowjob.
You know what? We might be able to even fucking do a show from the Pizza Palace when it opens.
Dude, oh
we'll fucking Pee-wee it up, dude.
Pee-wees and fucking combo pizzas.
You know what I'll do? I'll hit Dennis up after the show, man. See if he can't come on here and we'll fucking do something.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're fucking over. I had a good time this week.
All right.
Got a little case of the giggles again. Thanks, fella.
Fuck. All right.
I think it's your go-to now. Oh, remember the party is December 28th, not New Year's Eve. The party is Saturday, December 28th.